everyone, welcome to the Paint Log. My name's Keith, and we're going to talk about my hobby progress this week. We're going to go ahead and get right into it with a random mini and a random color scheme chosen by one of you guys. So here is the Halloween Kobold in a color scheme chosen by Tabletop Selected. This is a Kobold from Reaper Bones Miniatures. I pulled it out of the pack last week, and it was honestly a joy to paint, even though it is so small. I'll show you a size comparison later. I was not smart enough to take a picture beforehand. Even though it's a tiny little mini, I really think that I kind of pushed myself, or that I guess the better phrasing of it would be that I'm growing as a painter, like I'm learning. For instance, the Kobold is basically just the goblins that I did before, and here's a picture to show you what I mean. Except with the Kobold, I glazed the transitions between the two colors and even took the highlight one step further, so there's 3 different paints denoting like muscle differences in the actual miniature, which I then took the base color, the midtone, thinned down very thin with water, and then selectively glazed it across. I think particularly in the face it looks good, whereas some of the other parts may be hit or miss. Another thing in common between the Goblin and the Kobold is that I approached both minis with a plan, and I used relatively few paints on both minis. It's also interesting to point out that with 2 additional steps, you get 2 very different styles of mini, and I like both of them. Like they each have their own like poles. Like the contrast with the Goblin is very nice and eye-catching, but the Kobold, if you pick it up and actually look at the small thing, if you can manage it, there's interest in the way that it's shaded and the way that it's highlighted to give different definition to different features as well. All in all, I really enjoyed painting the Kobold, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So thank you, Tabletop Selected, for an amazing color scheme, and I hope you provide one again in the future. And if you have a color scheme you'd really like to see on a mini, go ahead and leave it in a comment down below. I think I'm going to be taking a break from pulling a random mini every week and just focus on a couple projects that I have for myself. There's a D&D character for someone that I need to paint up, and I just bought a couple of cool minis recently that I'm going to surprise you guys with. So I'm sorry for no random minis, but those will return, so keep those color schemes coming. And with that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. The Kobold is the only project that I was able to get to this week with how work and life has been going, so that's part of the reason I want to focus on other projects. I want to thank everyone for all the support they've shown over the past couple of videos. And remember, if you liked the video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you really liked the video and want to see more, I release a video like this every Thursday, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button as well. And with that, I'm Keith, this has been the Paint Log, and I will see you all next time. Bye!